Okay, I'm going to make a request here, and I know that there's a 99% chance that it's going to fall on deaf ears, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. All you would-be videographers out there, with your smartphones and iPhones who happen to be at the right place at the right time, an event occurs or an incident occurs, do me a favor, as well everyone else. If you're not going to chronicle the whole thing from beginning to end, if you're only going to chronicle a portion of it, don't bother uploading it to the internet. Because all you're doing is taking a bad situation and making it worse. Case in point, the two black guys at Starbucks who walked into Starbucks and didn't buy anything and wanted to use the bathroom, which is reserved for customers only. And those two black guys knew exactly what they were doing. I mean, this is a time immemorial situation. If you walk into an establishment with the intent to just hang out and not buy anything, you are loitering. And management has the right to ask you or request you to leave. And if you refuse to leave, they have the right to call the police. This is common protocol. I am sick and tired of people saying that she went overboard calling the police. No, she didn't. What was going overboard was the manager being fired for following company policy. And the only reason she was fired is because Black Lives Matter insisted on it. Because it wasn't good enough that Starbucks apologized for having a couple of black guys arrested for loitering. I mean, how dare Starbucks do that? And Black Lives Matter knew that manager would be fired if they pushed it. Because they know, just as everybody else on the planet knows, that the CEO of Starbucks is a bleeding heart, self-flagellating liberal, oozing in white guilt. But this is the way of social justice. You must follow their ideology to the letter. Every I must be dotted, every T must be crossed. Otherwise, they're going to ruin your life. And they call us fascists. And now Starbucks is ordering all employees to go to sensitivity training. Because we all know that it's the fault of every single Starbucks employee that manager followed company policy and had two black guys arrested for loitering. This whole incident takes me back to junior high school, back in the early 70s. When integration was kicking in, I was going out to school in Long Island, and we had 4 black kids in junior high school that they brought in. 2 females and 2 males. One day, school suddenly stopped, and everybody was ordered into the auditorium. And the principal and all the teachers stood up on stage and began to humiliate and degrade and embarrass in front of the whole school this one white kid for having a confrontation with one of the black kids and uttered the word nigger. You would think that it would be better if they had a private consultation with him, where they sat with him in private and talked it over with him. No, that's not good enough. We have to humiliate this white boy in front of the whole school to the point to where he just got up and walked out. He didn't just walk out, he stormed out. And it didn't end there. No, we, the students that were left behind, was subject to being lectured some more about race and race relations and racism, because the entire student body was responsible for the actions of one kid using the word nigger. It's our fault as much as his. And of course, that included this one female teacher, which we all never took seriously. And she used to teach history, and she would go through Supreme Court decisions, important historic Supreme Court decisions, and she would talk about them in such a bland, monotone kind of way until she got to the Dred Scott decision. And all of a sudden, all the emotion, all the passion just came oozing out of her, and we'd look at each other and say, who's this woman? We used to make fun of her, and Dred Scott stood before the Supreme Court filled with white people, and they looked down at him and said, no, Dred Scott, you have no rights that we can respect or recognize. You are nothing more than property. Nothing more than a shirt on a person's back or a shoe on a person's foot. Yeah, we used to have a lot of fun making fun of her until I got caught. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they were all laughing at the way I was imitating her. None of them gave me the X-nay or any kind of signal that she was standing right behind me as I was doing it. Yeah. Some friends you are. Thanks. Thanks a lot. But getting back to our high school sensitivity course, the one kid that used the word nigger, he didn't change. He just became more angry, more bitter, more enraged towards black people. Made him want to use the word even more. It didn't change anybody else's attitude neither. I mean, we were happy just for it to end. We were sitting there saying, when is this going to end? So speaking from experience, I can tell you the sensitivity training is not going to work. It's bullshit. Starbucks employees are going to walk into that sensitivity training course saying the bullshit I have to go through to earn a buck. And they will leave that sensitivity training course saying the same damn thing. The bullshit I have to go through to earn a buck. To be honest with you, if I was a Starbucks employee, I would start looking for another job. Because this is really an insult to anyone's intelligence, sensitivity training. What a bunch of bullshit. Unbelievable. Thanks for stopping by and for tuning in. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until we talk again, I want you all to be well and enjoy life.